I was getting a message that there's some form of clarity coming into your life, whether it's a breakthrough, a shift, but there's massive clarity on the way. And I actually picked up that message in your last reading, Pisces. So I don't know if I'm going to upload that reading this week or next. But yeah, this is a month of clarity. This is a month of breakthroughs and big shifts and things happening, Pisces. What I was picking up from your energy as well is that a lot of you, Pisces, you've worked on your energy so well that right now you have a head start. You have a lot of positive momentum moving in your direction, and things are starting to, it's not that things are coming easy, but things are moving very smooth, okay? Your path, Pisces, has been cleared. Your path is open, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, you have the green light, okay? I don't know in what area of your life, so do apply it to your situation if the message resonates, but that's what I heard, Pisces. You got the green light, and things are very smooth. Things are very seamless, but it's because of the work that you've been putting forth. It's like you've been building up to this moment, and now you have a lot of momentum. You have a lot of positive energy. You have a lot of good deeds, a lot of good energy that you've sent out that is now coming back to rise and to lift you up and to push you, Pisces, forward, all right? You have the green light is what I was hearing. Yeah, things are becoming clear, Pisces, and the path is opening up in front of you. And whereas you may have had a vision, you may have had snippets, okay, certain pieces of the puzzle, you're about to get the full picture of a situation, Pisces, that's going to help you move with a lot more certainty, right? Sometimes we see a vision, sometimes we get a prophetic dream, sometimes we have a feeling or we have a prediction that something is going to happen, but it's only a little piece of the puzzle, and you're about to get the full view is what I'm getting, Pisces, and that's going to clear your mind is what I'm hearing. Yeah, it's going to bring some form of clarity into your life. And I'm also being drawn to the eye here, okay? Some of you, Pisces, you're either upgrading your third eye chakra or opening it for the first time, or there's some kind of upgrade in your vision, all right? How much you can see, how far you can see, how deep you can see into things. Yeah, that's the message coming in. Something's about to become clear. Where you only had pieces and certain parts to the puzzle, everything's gonna come together. It's gonna allow you the full vision. Yeah, Pisces, I don't know for who that message is for, but I'm getting that that's an important message because some of you may have insight, some of you may have information and knowledge, you may have a vision, a dream, you may have the pieces, but some way, somehow it's all coming together is what I'm getting here. Holy Spirit, channel through the messages that are most beneficial to Pisces at this time. What does Pisces need to know? What does Pisces need to know at this time, Holy Spirit? What is your message for Pisces? Okay, Pisces, I can't tell you how many times you've had the temperance in your readings. Massive balance, okay? What you've been able to do with your life, Pisces, with your energy, handling so many situations at once, is you've been able to attain a level of balance where you're unmovable, unshakable, Pisces. As you can see here, you stand between the light and the dark, between the moon and the sun, between the feminine and masculine, and there's something about you where you're in control of both energies. They're not in control of you. Okay, so Ace of Wands is your first card. Temperance, Two of Swords, Knight of Cups, Two of Pentacles. So we have 2-2 coming in. Twos are either a crossroads, okay, a decision that has to be made, some kind of ultimatum, or it's some kind of union and building, okay? Twos can take you apart or twos can bring you together. So we have 2 twos here. So yeah, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. We have the Strength in the reverse, Leo energy. And we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse coming in. So Earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what else comes in, Pisces. Holy Spirit, please clarify the Two of Swords for Pisces. What is this Two of Swords about? What is this Two of Swords for Pisces? What is this about, Holy Spirit? Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck in the reverse. Yeah. Knight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands, the Wheel, this is not the Wheel, this is the World actually. I'm going to take it in the reverse, and I'm going to also take the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Pisces, what I'm getting here is there's a very strong message coming in about your vision, all right? About clarity itself, where you may have seen certain parts. Again, you have certain answers. You're not seeing the whole picture just yet, okay? There's still some form of a blindfold that's in front of you. I'm getting, Pisces, for a lot of you, there's been some form of a veil, okay? And it's happening intentionally. It's happening intentionally. There's a reason why everything's not being shown at once. There's a reason why you can't see all of it. or why you can't know all of it or have it all figured out. Two of Swords. For some of you, Pisces, is teaching you to move with your intuition versus just your sight, okay? Because I'm getting here that there's something limited in what you're seeing or in what you know, all right? Like the whole picture is not there. The information is not all there just yet. This is why the Two of Swords talks about a crossroads, needing to make a decision without having all the information, without having it all figured out, without knowing exactly what's gonna happen. But as you move, instead of staying there, as you move, the path gets clear, the path gets revealed in front of you. It's like this person is looking to remove the blindfold. This person is looking to see the path, to have the vision, to have the view before they make a decision to move, all right? The Spirit is saying, Pisces, trust your faith, trust your intuition. You know in what direction to move, even if you can't see clearly, even if you don't see the whole picture, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, Two of Swords, there's a crossroads, some form of, yeah. Again, twos can either bring it together in union or take it apart in separation. And we have two twos of separation, okay? Two of Pentacles, one pentacle is pulling her down and one pentacle is pulling her up. Two birds pulling her in opposite directions. So something, Pisces, something that you've been waiting on, or something that you've been, I don't know if the right word is waiting, okay? But it's almost like you're waiting for a piece of information, or you're waiting for the full vision, the full picture before you make some kind of movement, or you make some kind of decision, or take some kind of action. So there's this energy of hold on, patience. But at the same time, it's coming in as Pisces. You already know in what direction to move. Even if you can't see clearly, you already know how to feel your way through. This is Pisces trusting your intuition and your faith over just your vision, okay? Because there's something that you're not seeing, okay? The blindfold is right over her eyes. It's a limited perspective is what I'm getting here. So clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, the Nine of Wands, the World in the reverse, and the Nine of Cups. Pisces, I'm hearing you're ready, okay? You're ready for something. You've been ready. But whatever this crossroads is, whatever this decision is still connected to the past, all right? We got the World in the reverse and the Nine of Cups in the reverse, all right? The World in the reverse talks about unfinished business, an unfinished cycle, something that hasn't fully closed out, okay? Something that stayed open, no closure. And I'm getting that this is connected to the past. So the World in the reverse and the Nine of Cups connected to past energy. Right now, you're being faced with the Two of Swords. One side of you, Pisces, is this warrior. Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords. One side of you, Pisces, is a very strong energy about you, a very powerful energy about you that is constantly on a mission, very mission-oriented. Is someone who is purpose-driven, is someone who knows what they want at someone who stands up for what they believe in, who fights for others. Nine of Wands, Knight of Swords is someone who has their mind on a mission, the Wheel of Fortune. Pisces, I'm seeing a split energy happening within you. So take this message if it resonates, because this is the past, okay? A lack of closure, some unfinished business, a cycle that stayed open, and then I see the future, okay? And I see you in this current energy of moving forward, having a target, having a goal, having this energy about you, Pisces, that is very strong. It speaks for itself, is what I just heard. Yeah, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands. There's a part within you, Pisces, that is very strong, very powerful, very ambitious, that it pulls on this warrior side within you, this knight, okay? This Knight of Swords is someone who can go tunnel vision. They can go all in. Whenever they set their mind on something, nothing and no one can hold them back. So this Knight of Swords, I see this very driven side of you, but I also see the side that is it's almost like 1 foot in, 1 foot out is what I'm getting here. It's like a halfway kind of. Why? Because the World in the reverse is saying, in the past, Pisces, you left a cycle or a chapter open, okay? Something is lacking closure here that was a part of some kind of wish fulfillment. Whatever this was that stayed open, maybe you prayed about it, maybe you prayed for it, okay? Maybe it was a dream, a manifestation, whatever it was. The Nine of Cups talks about dreams coming true, a wish, a prayer being answered, okay? It's the wish fulfillment card. In the reverse, I'm getting here, Pisces, that something stayed open because either it didn't happen the way that you thought it would, or the outcome was very different, okay? Nine of Cups, the World in the reverse. Before I say anything else, I'm going to clarify. Because this information, Pisces, whoever this reading is for, it's your mind's on a mission. You have a purpose. You have a target. You have this drive, this power inside of you, Pisces. But at the same time, you're still being pulled, okay? There's still something there, and it's coming from the past, okay? So Wheel of Fortune in the upright. You're spinning the wheel, Pisces. You're taking a chance. You're rolling the dice is what I'm getting here. But the thing is, you already have a sense of inner knowing, Pisces, in what direction you should move. There's almost a reassurance coming from spirit that you're backed up, that you're supported. But it's almost like there's something pending here. There's some kind of unfinished business that doesn't allow you to fully shut the door. I heard the door is closed already, okay? So you did close the door on something, but there's still something here that keeps you in the same place. There's still something here that keeps you in between or in limbo, okay? Both of these cards are limbo cards. She's not going up, she's not going down, she's in the middle, okay? She's not going left, she's not going right, she's in the middle, okay? So there's a energy that's keeping you in limbo, and it has to do with an unfinished chapter, an unfinished cycle, okay? Whatever this chapter or cycle was, it was very meaningful because it was connected to your Nine of Cups. Some form of wish, some kind of dream, some kind of manifestation, some prayer that was answered. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Holy Spirit, what is this Nine of Cups in the reverse for Pisces? What is this Nine of Cups in the reverse for Pisces? What is this about? What does Pisces need to know, Holy Spirit? What does Pisces need to know about the Nine of Cups in the reverse? This is the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Six of Cups in the reverse. Pisces, I knew it, okay? I didn't even want to clarify the card because I knew it. I had a feeling. It's the Six of Cups. Yeah, unfinished business, history, memories is coming from the past. There is some form of, either there's an emotional cord, there's still feelings, there's still emotions in the situation. I gotta read what the cards are saying. Six of Cups, there's still some form of feelings or emotions there, okay? I'm hearing water under the bridge. So Nine of Cups, Six of Cups. A wish, a dream, a manifestation became a memory. It became history. Six of Cups, there's still some kind of cord. Either there's an emotional cord, some kind of reminiscing, either emotions or feelings that are still attached to this connection, okay? It is water, right? We have the Nine of Cups and the Six of Cups. Water is emotions. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Oh, wow. Pisces, I didn't even see the cards, okay? We have two cards here. I didn't even see them. We have the Ace of Cups and we have the Star in the reverse. Ooh, Pisces. This is heartbreaking because all this water, we have three water cards. We have the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Again, cups is water. It's emotions. It's the heart. You, Pisces, you are a water sign. So Nine of Cups to Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups in the upright. The Star in the reverse. Pisces, some of you, both of these cards are the only two cards in the tarot out of 78 cards that talk about a wish being granted. It talks about a manifestation becoming a reality. Okay, both of these cards. In the reverse, there was a big heartbreak, Pisces. A big heartbreak when it comes to either a manifestation, a dream, a goal, a wish that you prayed for. Yeah. The Star in the reverse, the Nine of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Whatever this was, Pisces, there was a lot of hope. Here, there's an energy of emptiness, okay? There was a lot of hope in this situation because that's what the Star is, okay? This is having the faith, the hope to reel in a star. In the reverse is the shadow. Yeah, the Star in the Nine of Cups. Card number 17, this is Aquarius energy. Star in the reverse. It says here, shadow seer, loss of faith, diminished hope, disappointment, missed opportunities, despair. Allow your innate essence to shine through any residual darkness right now. Uncover any limiting beliefs or self-doubt that you are holding on to. Find the courage to voice any unexpressed emotions. Pisces, this is what I'm getting. Nine of Cups, I just got chills. Some of you, Pisces, a cycle hasn't ended. It hasn't closed because you didn't express your emotions, all right? We got all the water cards here. Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, Ace of Cups. Something that you had a lot of hope for, okay? Could have been a prayer, a wish, a manifestation, a dream. Some of you Pisces, you lost a sense of belief or you lost a sense of hope after this situation. I see the warrior in you. I see the power to move forward, to blaze through, to carve your own path. But then I see this other side of you, okay? This is why it's this flip energy, okay? It's this, yeah, Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords, this in-between energy, this limbo, okay? One part of you is still connected to this past situation. Your emotions, Six of Cups, your emotions were involved, okay, in the situation. And the other side of you, which is your mind, is very much determined to drive something forward, to keep pushing, to be very determined on the things that you want to accomplish, okay? This is the kind of knight that can go tunnel vision and cut out all distractions, cut out all the things that are taking him off the path. Is someone who can, again, narrow down and go tunnel vision on the goal, okay? So there's this warrior, this masculine energy that is pushing you forward, but then there's these feelings and emotions that come from either unexpressed emotions, either you didn't express your truth or you didn't express your emotions in a situation. Maybe you just walked away, because the world in the reverse is saying there's a cycle here that is open, okay? We got cups, cups, water in the reverse, Ace of Cups, a brand new beginning, okay, when it comes to emotional fulfillment. But this is how it ended. The Star in the reverse, the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, I'm getting Pisces that this hurt because there was a lot of hope, okay? Hope that led to some kind of disappointment. So Six of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups. Let me go ahead and clarify the Ace of Cups. I want to know what this is about. Yeah, because it's in the upright. The Ace of Cups is in the upright, but the Nine of Cups and the Six of Cups in the reverse. And also the Star. So something came in upright, Pisces. Something came in the upright, okay? In the light. When it's in the reverse, is in the shadow. So something came in upright, which is this Ace of Cups. But some way, somehow it ended like this. Okay, we have all these reversals. Something is not finished. Something is not done. Okay, unexpressed emotions. So the Star in the reverse. Yeah, unexpressed emotions. It says here, and release every bit of outgrown energy that is anchoring you to the past. It is time to release and ascend. Pisces, you're ready for the next level. Okay, that's what I heard in the beginning. You're ready. Okay, this is why this Knight and this Nine of Wands are pushing through. Because you know that some things, Pisces, are not the easiest or not the most desirable or the most comfortable, but it's almost like you know what needs to be done. You know how to do it. You know how to get it done. Okay, the Knight of Swords is someone who's very efficient, who's very productive, okay? So Nine of Wands, someone who stands their ground, someone who holds firm. Some people may call the Nine of Wands stubborn, okay? But on the positive side, the Nine of Wands is determined, is what it is. It's not stubborn, it's determined. It says here, it is time to release and ascend. Right? So the moment has come to release a cycle or to release the situation, because here's the world. Major Arcana, it's in the reverse. Something wasn't finished here, but you're also ready to go. You're also ready to rise to the next level. And this is why there's this limbo energy, okay? This is the energy of limbo, is the energy of in-between. You're ready to go up. You're ready to go to the next level, but there's something here that is still pulling down on you, right? And it's this. This is what's happening, is the world in the reverse. So it says here, as you let go, you will focus on the future and you will find your biggest source of inspiration and love. The stars are aligning in your favor and it's time to trust them. I expect miracles. See, that's the word trust. What got you in this situation, Pisces, was hope. And now you're being asked to trust to take the next step. Something here needs to be released, Pisces. And there's still, yeah, the water is still here. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Nine of Cups in the reverse. Delayed gratification, unfulfilled desires, unmanifested dreams, not appreciating the simple things. It says here, what have you been wishing for? Allow yourself to experience how fulfilling this journey can be and fill your life with all the laughter and bliss needed to spur you into the next phase of your happiness. Take stock of all the feels that are surfacing and remember to practice gratitude for the manifestation of your dreams. The appearance of this card in your spread is an auspicious message of prosperity, harmony, and getting what you desire. What you have been working towards is coming to you. So enjoy life's pleasure and sink into the awe and wonder of a joyous heart. I open my grateful heart to the gifts that are coming my way. So Pisces, you have gifts coming your way. okay? It didn't happen in this Ace of Cups, is what I'm getting here. The Ace of Cups is a brand new beginning. This ended up as a Six of Cups, a Nine of Cups in the reverse, and the Star in the reverse. But the reward is still here, Pisces. But you've been in this limbo state, okay? So now Spirit is saying it's time to release this, whatever this was, to ascend to the next level, okay? Because this is the pentacle that is weighing you down, as this pentacle is trying to pull you up, okay? Pull you up to the next level. For some of you Pisces, either you didn't express something, you just let something be, you just let something go, but some situation here, there was no closure, all right? Six of Cups. Holy Spirit, why is the Ace of Cups here for Pisces? What is this Ace of Cups for Pisces? Please clarify. What do you want Pisces to understand? I want Pisces to understand about this Ace of Cups, Holy Spirit. Queen of Wands. Pisces, you are a water sign, okay? So you're going to do best in your own element, okay? Not avoiding the water, not forcing it to be a certain way. If you think about water, it's mutable. It takes the form of the container that it's in. So there's something here, Pisces, about not changing certain things about you, okay? It's almost like doing something, and because that something didn't necessarily work out, taking it as a lesson that you're not going to do it again. But Spirit is saying, Pisces, hang on, that's not the lesson. That's not the lesson, because the Queen of Wands is here to clarify the Ace of Cups. Both of these cards are in the upright. Pisces, I'm getting some of you, you're lover girls or lover boys, okay? You love love. You love the energy of love, okay? The energy of love inspires you. The energy of love fuels you. It gives you curiosity, inspiration, passion. Yeah, Pisces, you love love is what I'm getting here. It's not that you have to be in love with a person, but you can be in love with life. You can be in love, find things to love about people. And love is literally a drug, okay? Not just in a cheesy way. Love is literally a drug. It's actually a chemical in your brain, all right, that will be released, okay? Whether you find love for life, whether you find love for nature, for the world, for people, whether you find something to love in a person, okay? So Spirit wants you to take the actual lesson. Love inspires you, Pisces. Love helps you glow and manifest, and it gets you up out of bed, all right? So instead of being fixated on the idea of love being with a person or being about a person or being about a relationship, Spirit is saying, Pisces, take the goodies, take the good chemicals, take the feel-good energy from love itself, and it doesn't have to be centered or fixated on a relationship or a family member or a person, okay? Because what I'm getting here, Pisces, is some of you, you may have tried to block your feelings or avoid your feelings because there was a lesson here, okay? A lot of hope and a major disappointment. The Star in the reverse. Yeah, so Spirit is saying, Pisces, hang on, that wasn't the lesson. The lesson is not to close the doors. The lesson is not to avoid emotions, is not to control them, is not to force them. The lesson is to take what's good from the energy of love itself. It doesn't centered or fixated on a person or centered or fixated on a relationship. It's like you take the good and you leave the bad. Yeah, because something here, Pisces, the world is in the reverse. Something didn't cycle out. And when something doesn't cycle out, when a cycle doesn't close, it just becomes a spiral. Okay, so it just takes you in again, again, again. It becomes a repetitive lesson. Okay, as you can see here in the world, you see this, you see the cycle, right? Do you see all the little circles inside? It's like it takes you through all these loops, okay? So if something didn't close out, if the lesson wasn't learned, there's a risk of repeating it again. But here's the lesson, Pisces, Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. Love is the energy that you move with, Pisces. You are love. And this is the energy that benefits you. This is the energy that, it's like you radiate this energy, Pisces. It's not even about love itself. It's about what you create with that energy. Queen of Wands. This is what sets your soul on fire. It's love. So Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. So whether you're a lover boy, a lover girl, okay, I'm getting whoever I'm speaking to, this is the energy that fuels you, that empowers you. So if you try and shut this out to be stronger or to be, I don't want to use the word like risk averse or, you know, bulletproof in a sense, because nobody is. But if you block this center out, Pisces, you're going to be only working with the mind. Okay, and that can get very exhausting. That can lead to burnout. Okay, this is why the Knight of Swords, he's very good with his mind and he's very fast, very quick-witted. Okay, but if you're working with the mind and the heart, then you have a higher advantage, Pisces. So the lesson here is something didn't close out, and if the lesson's not learned, there's a probability of repeating that lesson or that cycle again. But here it is, Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. Pisces, a lot of you, there's a need to reconnect to the energy of love. Again, it doesn't have to be for a specific person or for a specific relationship. It could be for your pets, for the world, for nature, whatever it is, for yourself, for life. Because this energy of love gives you hope, and hope helps you believe. So with the Knight of Swords, you can know something, but if you don't believe it, you're not going to go all in. Meaning you can know that you're capable of doing something, you know that you can get it done, but your heart's not really in it. Okay? So when you have hope, which is the thing that got you in trouble to begin with. And the reason I say that is because the world is in the reverse. You had hope, you had a belief. It didn't happen, and that turned it in the reverse. This is losing hope, losing faith, losing belief. I have to read the cards, how they're coming in. If these cards would have been in the upright, okay, completely different story, but they're in the reverse. The mind and the heart paired with hope and belief, Pisces, you become invincible. Okay, it's almost like you embrace certain aspects of yourself, and when it fails or it doesn't lead to the outcome or the result, it's like you shut out that part of you. Okay, that's exactly what I'm seeing here. It's the Nine of Cups, it's the Star. It's like shutting out your emotions or shutting out your heart or shutting out a part of you, or no longer believing, no longer having hope or faith. Yeah, because the Knight of Swords can be very real, very realistic in a sense. He's about the mission. He's about getting it done. He's about checking those boxes on the to-do list, okay? But if the heart's not in it, which is where your power comes from, this is your element, Pisces. This is where your passion and the motivation comes from. It's like Spirit is trying to get you to see, Pisces, how to align every aspect of yourself in order to accomplish a goal and not just overwork your mind, not just overwork your heart, not just overwork different areas, okay? There's an order. And when they're working together, mind and heart coherence, Queen of Wands, all of a sudden you have all the energy, all the power to manifest. Okay, this is the businessman, businesswoman, the entrepreneur of the deck. This is someone who can create out of thin air. It's someone who has all this fire energy, okay? Someone who dominates those three bottom chakras. Yeah, Pisces, you're making something happen here. But Spirit wants you to know, Pisces, that you need to get all your ducks in a row. You need to bring in the heart. You need to bring in the mind. Okay? Also a restoration of hope, backed up by action with the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands. Again, Pisces, if you find that people, when they notice that they can't manipulate you, when they notice that they can't get you to budge on your decision, on your goal, okay? If they call you stubborn, Pisces, okay, because this energy can be perceived as stubborn. As you can see here, she's holding her ground and she's not going to budge, right? What I'm getting, Pisces, because it's in the upright, is you're determined, okay? When you set your mind on a goal, you're very determined about it. So don't let anyone call you stubborn or bring a negative lens to your beautiful qualities, okay? Because the Knight of Wands, yeah, the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Wands, both of these cards together, okay, this is a very powerful energy. It's very powerful. It's almost like get the F out of Pisces' way, because Pisces is going to blaze through. But at the same time, Spirit is saying, hey, Pisces, you're forgetting one big thing here, is getting your heart online, getting your heart on board, because this is where the motivation, the inspiration, this is where it actually comes from. Everything's connected. You can't cut off parts of yourself. You can avoid them, you can deny them, and sometimes it's good to do that because it helps you balance in other area of your life. But Spirit is saying, Pisces, you can get all these different areas, all these different aspects and elements within you to work together for a common goal. I want to dig a little bit deeper, Pisces, because something wasn't said, something wasn't expressed, but Spirit is saying it's not about that. It's about you. It's not about the other person. It's not about the situation itself. It's about you. Taking the good and learning how to separate the good from the bad, okay? There's a specific saying, Pisces, I don't know how to say it correctly, something along the lines of don't throw the baby with the bathwater, okay? And I'm getting a lot of you Pisces, you're the type to either go all in or be completely out. It's either a yes or it's either a no, okay? Because it's a sign of duality. Because if you stay in this gray area of, I don't know, maybe, all right? You stay in limbo state. In limbo state, nothing happens. So what I'm getting here, Pisces, is almost like Spirit is giving you some kind of information or some kind of perspective on your situation, because you're getting ready, Pisces. You're getting ready. Two of Swords, Knight of Cups. It's almost like you're about to get a head start, Pisces, and Spirit wants you to understand something about yourself. Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is where your power comes from. This is where your confidence comes from, Pisces. I keep hearing lover boy, lover girl, okay? If you love, Pisces, don't shut that out, okay? Find things to love every single day, and that energy is going to fuel you, okay? The heart center, Pisces, is actually more powerful than the mind, okay? Scientifically, they can prove the waves that the heart is emitting versus the mind. And the heart waves have a much more, I believe it's a stronger presence, and it also has a longer reach as well. So the magnetic force of the heart is stronger than the mind itself. So there's something here about getting the mind and the heart on board on this mission, Knight of Swords, before you take the next step. Two of Swords, Two of Pentacles. There's a limbo state. In Pisces, I don't know how many readings I've done this last week, because I've been doing personals as well, where the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, this two aces, keep showing up together in every single reading. It's the two same aces. So something is happening here collectively, Pisces, where you're not only getting an emotional, fulfilling new beginning, you're getting a passionate new beginning as well. Fire and water, they're opposite. So your passion, your purpose, your emotional fulfillment, what matters, what means most to you. Queen of Wands. Yeah, this is where you pull your power from. It's like you can do something, Pisces, and you can be robotic about it and you can just get it done, or you can be fully in it, enjoying the moment as you get it done. Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords. Pisces, your heart and your mind are joining forces. They're joining forces. Nine of Cups, Six of Cups in the Star in the reverse. Pisces, it's almost like you don't want to wish, you don't want to hope, you don't want to pray. You just want outcomes and results, okay? And that's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is all about outcomes and results. But if you don't believe something, if you don't have hope for it, even though you know you can do it, logically, physically, it's almost like you're not really here, you're not really there. It's almost like not fully going into something, not fully doing it right, not doing it all the way. And there's a saying, Pisces, if you're going to do something, you might as well do it right. So Knight of Swords, you have the option to disconnect from this area, from this part, or to bring it online and to connect both the mind and the heart. Yeah, Pisces, for some of you, that's part of what this limbo state is. Maybe your heart pulling you in one direction, the mind pulling you in another, okay? Maybe the past and the future pulling you in two different directions. Whatever it is, I'm getting very clearly there's been a limbo state. In order to get out of limbo, there's a decision that needs to be made, okay? To decide, Pisces, is to cut out all the other options, all the other choices that you're not gonna prioritize, at least at this time. So Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, two brand new beginnings coming in. The only thing holding you back is this world in the reverse. Holy Spirit, what do you want Pisces to know about the world in the reverse? Please clarify the world in the reverse for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know and understand? What do you want Pisces to know and understand, Holy Spirit? What is this world in the reverse for Pisces? What is this about? We've got the Chariot in the reverse. Another major arcana. Pisces, we got the Hermit in the reverse. Another major arcana. So 3 major arcanas in the reverse. To clarify a major arcana. This is crazy, Pisces. Pisces, the way that something ended, or the way that a cycle came to close, because I'm getting something's not closed, something's open, all right? We got the Hermit and we got the Chariot. It's almost like I'm seeing two different people here, okay? I'm seeing a feminine, I'm seeing a masculine. I don't know if both of these energies are you, Pisces, or if this is you and another person. Because I was hearing it's not about them, it's about you. So the World in the reverse, the Hermit in the reverse, and the Chariot. Holy Spirit, clarify the World in the reverse for Pisces. What is this World in the reverse for Pisces? What is this about? What is this about? The Magician in the reverse. Wow, Pisces, are you seeing this? Major Arcana in the reverse, Major Arcana in the reverse, Major Arcana in the reverse, and another Major Arcana in the reverse. This is crazy. I've never had this combination before. Pisces, something is not being allowed to happen, okay? I don't know what's going on here, but something's not allowed to close or something's not allowed to happen, all right? Because the Hermit is showing up as an energy of detachment, okay? The Chariot is showing up as an energy of pursuing something, all right? And the Magician in the reverse is saying for all the wrong reasons, with the wrong intentions. Something didn't end, okay? It's almost like I'm picking up another person here, Pisces. I'm picking someone else up here. Someone else's energy. This is someone else, this is you. And the Magician is what was intended to happen or the intention behind it. Pisces, I shouldn't have clarified because now I want to know. I want to know what this is about. You're in the Hermit energy, which is detachment. This person is in the energy of the Chariot, okay? But the Chariot is in the reverse. Card number 7. Lack of energetic focus, lack of self-discipline, going in the wrong direction, a tendency to speed past the needs of others. In Virgo energy, which is card number 9. It says here, withdrawing from society, isolation, loneliness, forever seeking without healing, feeling like a misfit. And then in the middle, we have the Magician, which is card number 1. Unused potential, latent talents, questionable intentions, manipulation, selfishness, unfocused or blocked creative energy. Yeah, Chariot in the reverse. Pisces, I really want to know what this is about, but Spirit was guiding the message to the Ace of Cups. Connecting your heart and your mind in this next phase to get out of a place of limbo, okay? To go all into something, Pisces, is to make a decision, is to choose, okay? It's not going all in with your mind or going all in with just your heart or going all in just with your actions or going all in just with promises. Like, no, this is linking the heart and mind and going all in one direction, making one decision here. Because as long as the decision is not made, things stay in the same place, okay? Things just stay in limbo. This is why we have 2 twos here. So before you make this decision, Spirit wants you to link your heart and your mind and also to bring some kind of closure to the situation. Something, Pisces, something got out of hand here. You have all these major arcanas, they're all in the reverse. Something took a twist, okay, or a spin in the wrong direction, or something took a turn in the wrong direction. Okay, this is past energy. This caused you to enter Hermit mode, and this caused this person to enter Chariot, okay, in the reverse, all right? But in the middle, we have the Magician in the reverse. The saying, unfinished business, something didn't cycle out, something didn't close here. In the World is card number 21. 2 + 1 is 3. Something is out of alignment here, Pisces. The way that something happened, the way that something ended, okay, it was out of alignment. The World in the reverse. Taking shortcuts, a need for closure, a need to follow through, staying focused in order to complete unfinished tasks, a delay in plans, unmet dreams. Don't slacken your resolve as you glimpse the magic at the end of the long journey, because it's time to follow through with your final steps and complete the cycle. Consciously step into the World's ascension energy and welcome in this beautiful shift as your inner spiritual landscape merges with your outer reality. As you reach this stage of fruition, remain focused. Even in shadow, the World is a positive card that signals bliss and happy endings, with positive energy on the way. The World brings one of the most positive and abundant messages in the tarot. Congratulations, you've come so far. A large project or period in your life is coming to a successful conclusion, and it's time to revel in the sweet afterglow of your success. I accept this gift of completion, and I ascend to new levels of awareness and wholeness. I am love. Pisces, yeah, so you're ready, okay? You're ready. Your mind is ready. Knight of Swords, Ace of Cups. Like, Spirit wants to touch base with you. Spirit wants to talk to you about this next phase, because something here, Pisces, when we don't understand something, when there's a cycle, when there's a lesson, and we didn't learn the lesson, we didn't understand why it happened, it just stays open, okay? So that's the risk that I'm seeing here with the World in the reverse. If the lesson is not learned, it could be repeated. So Ace of Cups, Queen of Wands. I feel, Pisces, that I need to clarify, okay? Because the way that this energy is showing up is something took the wrong turn, okay? Something took the wrong turn, because we got all major arcanas. Major arcanas are very powerful cards. Whether it's very powerful people, a very powerful situation, an event, something of importance, right? The major arcanas signify either a large event, okay? Something very important, something very meaningful, and they're all in the reverse. Holy Spirit, why is the world in the reverse for Pisces? Why is the world in the reverse for Pisces? What is this about? What is this about? Seven of Cups, High Priestess. I feel like I shouldn't clarify because I'm digging deeper, Pisces, but I feel like the message is not really about the situation. I feel like the message is about you. It's about getting out of limbo, okay? Getting out of the Two of Swords, getting out of the Two of Pentacles, because you have two aces. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. Again, Pisces, I've lost count how many times that same combination has been showing up in all of your readings. So for whoever this is, Pisces, you're going to know who you are, right? You got two brand new beginnings coming your way. And as soon as you get out of this limbo state, you're being met with a reward. It's almost like there's this buildup, this energy that has been building and building. And now there's all this momentum. But this is the only thing here that I'm viewing as some form of resistance, is the world in the reverse. So why is the world in the reverse? Seven of Cups, High Priestess. Pisces, even if you don't understand the situation, even if there's a lot of things that were left unsaid, a lot of things that are unclear, a lot of things that were lost in translation, even if there's a lot of mixed emotions, Spirit is saying, Pisces, on a higher level, you already know. High Priestess, on a higher level, intuitively, you already know what to do in the situation. Is the only card, the only major arcana in this combination that is in the upright, because every other major arcana is in the reverse. So High Priestess. Even if, again, even if you're not understanding the situation, even if you're not clearly even able to decipher your emotions around this, okay? Yeah, this is a bag of mixed emotions, Pisces, all the way. High Priestess is saying, on a higher level, even if you don't understand, you already know. Yeah, you already know. High Priestess. Pisces, what I'm going to say here, I don't know for who this message is for, but it's almost like you have a sense about people, about situations. And when you get that sense, Pisces, you already know what's going to happen. So even if your mind or your feelings or your emotions try and talk you out of it or try and convince you otherwise, is like this inner sense, this inner knowing, Pisces, and you'll know if you have it. You've had it in certain situations before, or maybe you see a person and you just have that sense that you're not going to see them again, or that they're not going to be in your life again, or that you have a sense that a situation is expired, okay? Whether it's an environment, a friendship, a contract, a workplace situation, whatever it is, it's like you have a sense inside of you, Pisces, that already knows. Even if your mind doesn't understand it, even if your feelings are mixed or confused, you have an inner knowing, okay? There's an inner knowing, Pisces, that even if you don't want to believe it, even if you want to convince yourself otherwise, it's always there. It's always present. And it's always right. Holy Spirit, clarify the High Priestess for Pisces. What do you want Pisces to know and understand about the High Priestess? What do you want Pisces to know and understand about the High Priestess? The Emperor in the reverse, Pisces. The reason why you have this inner knowing or this sense, Pisces, is because you are connected to something higher. And Spirit has given you this higher intelligence so that you don't get controlled, lied to, dominated by people who are in this energy of the Emperor in the reverse. This is an energy, Pisces, whether male or female, it's a masculine energy. In the reverse, it showcases a shadow. So someone who can be dominant, turning controlling, right? Someone who can be confident, turning arrogant, right? It's like, it's a flip side. In the upright is the positive qualities of the Emperor. In the reverse is the negative qualities. So the reason why High Priestess, Emperor in the reverse, so that you stay ahead of the game, Pisces. This is why you have this sense, okay? I heard sixth sense, okay? So I don't know if it's the sixth sense, the eighth, I don't know what sense this is, but you have an inner sense, an inner knowing within you, Pisces, where you kind of already know, and I don't want to use the word kind, you already know what's going to happen or how it's going to end or where it's going to lead to. And the reason why is because Spirit doesn't want you to be controlled by people who are in this energy. It gives you a tactical advantage. It gives you a head start on people who this is how they play the game of life, how they live. So you cannot be controlled, you cannot be tamed or dominated by people with this character. And this is why you were blessed with that gift. Yeah, they can't get one up on you, Pisces. Even if you yourself don't want to see it, even if you yourself want to avoid something or deny it, that sense, Pisces, you can't turn it off. It's always there. Deep down, you already know. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, Pisces, it's almost like you're able to stay in this position of groundedness and inner knowing. If you already know how the movie's going to end, you're not really affected by all the action scenes and everything that happens in between. So it's almost, Pisces, like there's a calm inner knowing within you. It's a divine power that you were given so that energies like this don't interfere. So that energies like this don't try and play games or don't try to, it's like you have a higher mission, Pisces. The High Priestess is card number 2. It sits above the Emperor. The Emperor is card number 4. Mission, Pisces, you have a higher calling on your life. And you're not meant to waste time with energies like this, okay? I'm getting strong Aries coming in. The Emperor is Aries. The Knight of Wands is, it's fire energy. But you're sitting in this energy of water, truth, intelligence, inner knowing. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. What do you want Pisces to know about the High Priestess? What do you want Pisces to know about the High Priestess? I just heard the Emperor is no match for you, especially this Emperor in the reverse. The Knight and the Emperor is no match for you, High Priestess. Pisces, is almost like Spirit is placing you in situations strategically, and there's something here about your truth, about not identifying with a person or not identifying with a situation, because you're in a higher position, Pisces. And it's almost like Spirit, the divine, is dealing directly with you through your channel. Okay, 51:11 on the clock. This is how you receive your messages, okay? It comes through your channel. So you have a direct connection to the divine. So it's almost like you're placed in these situations, but you're not meant to take that on as an identity. You're not meant to identify with that person or with that situation so that you don't get caught up in these energies. Holy Spirit, tell me more about the High Priestess. What do you want Pisces to know about the High Priestess? What do you want Pisces to know about the High Priestess, Holy Spirit? What do you want Pisces to know about the High Priestess? 6 of Pentacles. I just heard contract, okay? I've never gotten that from this 6 of Pentacles card. The 6 of Pentacles usually represents a balance, an equal give and take, a two-way flow. But I just heard contract, okay? As soon as I pulled the card, that's what I heard, contract. It's almost like you're in some kind of contract with the divine or a contract with the universe or with God. There's some form of contract here where you have an equal give and take, a two-way flow with the universe, with the divine, with God. This is who you deal with directly. Okay, you're not dealing with the Emperor, you're not dealing with the Knights, you're dealing with the divine. And you have, it's like you have a two-way street, a two-way flow with the universe. 6 Pentacles, 3 Pentacles this way, 3 Pentacles this way. And it's creating that 8, that infinity sign. So what you're doing with the divine, Pisces, is coming back to you, but it's not coming to other people. High Priestess, Pisces energy. I just heard spoiler alert, Pisces already knows, okay? So if this Emperor, whoever this person was, this Knight of Wands, if they tried to get you to play the game, Pisces, or they tried to get you to participate, Spirit doesn't want you to be directly connected or directly associated with these energies, is what I'm getting here. They're both in the shadow, they're both in the reverse. This person's not even an Emperor, this person's not even a Knight, okay? They're in the reverse, shadow qualities. High Priestess, you already know. Pisces, yeah, it's like you're walking into a situation and you already have an inner sense, an inner knowing that no matter if you want it to go left or to go right, it's like you kind of already know the outcome. There's a feeling, there's a sensation. High Priestess, yeah, because a lot of people, Pisces, have used their powers, their gifts, their skill sets to manipulate, okay? Look how many major arcanas we have in the reverse, Pisces. It's incredible. I've never had this many major arcanas in the reverse. It's crazy, Pisces. Some people that were sent to you, Pisces, were using their God-given gifts, their skills, their abilities to try to manipulate, to try to overpower, to try to play these games. Yeah, to run game, okay? This is why he's sitting on this checkerboard, and this is why he's holding the king in hand. These people, Pisces, can't play you, they can't overpower you, and Spirit has you on a higher mission to where you're not allowed to play that game, or you're not allowed to stay in that. Yeah, High Priestess, you already know the truth. Six of Pentacles. You got some form of a contract or some form of a connection with the divine. And this is who you answer to. High Priestess. Yeah, you're directly connected. Holy Spirit, give me a few messages for Pisces. Give me a few messages for Pisces in regards to this reading. Give me a few messages for Pisces, Holy Spirit. I'm going to go ahead and pull messages, Pisces, and then I want to clarify the Ace of Wands. What is this Ace of Wands for you? What is this Ace of Cups? Because they keep showing up in every single one of your readings. I also want to know why the Strength is in the reverse. Okay, but before I do, let's go ahead and pull some messages. Messages for Pisces in regards to this reading. What do you want Pisces to know at this time? Obsessed with you. Pisces, I'm not just getting this as one person, all right? There's an energy about you. High Priestess. Pisces, when people don't know something, or when something feels out of reach, when something seems mysterious or otherworldly, different in a sense, people tend to want it more, all right? It's just like my dogs. I can get every single one of them a toy, but they're all gonna fight for that same toy, okay? And I don't know if that's a good enough example, because what I'm getting here is there's an energy about you, Pisces, where I'm hearing untouchable, okay? You're very much on the other side. You're very much connected to your spirituality, connected to God, to the divine, to spirits, to your higher self, where you seem more connected to the other side than you do to this physical world. So she's not really looking at this physical world, yet they're open, she can see. But all her information comes from the divine, it comes from above. So there's an energy about you, Pisces, that yes, it's mysterious, it's otherworldly, but it also feels like off limits, don't touch. Like Pisces is off limits, don't touch, okay? And this creates that obsession. Because you don't answer to other people, you don't play the same games that everybody else plays. It's like, who is Pisces? What is Pisces, okay? This is where the obsession energy comes from. Again, Pisces, to have people obsessed with you is not much of a, like, you don't really get much out of that, okay? So I'm getting, Pisces, you don't really care with people that are infatuated or obsessed or are very persistent, because there's no substance. They may not even understand why they're so obsessed. Yeah, if you really think about it, Pisces, to have someone obsess over you, that doesn't really do anything for you, okay? So obsessed with you, you have a lot of people that get this very fixated. There are a lot of people, Pisces, that are obsessed, that have found some kind of fixation with. It's not just, Pisces, that you're different. It's also this energy of don't touch, off limits. Pisces, you don't directly deal with the world. You don't live the world the way that other people do. You're more on the other side is what I'm getting here. And that creates the obsession, that creates this mystery, this energy around you that, again, is not a pleasant energy. If you think about obsession, Pisces, people can get scary, right? That's how stalkers come about. That's how, things just get a little weird, and that's not a very beneficial energy. Attraction, obsessed with you, that's what Spirit wants you to know. A lot of these energies around you, Pisces, false emperors, false knights, okay? People with intentions to manipulate, people that don't care who they got to step on, who's in the way. They're going to cause collateral damage, okay, on their way up the mountain. And they're going to leave a trail, okay? They're going to leave a trail of destruction, right? There's a lot of people, Pisces, that are living life in a way where they can get away with a lot, okay, until they can't. And so in that process, Pisces, if Spirit has placed you in certain situations or in certain environments, there's a need to not get attached to it, to not identify with it. Because you may not understand what Spirit's goal is or Spirit's mission is behind the interaction or behind the situation. Because your card is the only major arcana that's in the upright, and every other major arcana is in the reverse to clarify the world in the reverse. I'm hearing a lot of fakes, okay? There may be a lot of fakes or a lot of people that show up as a magician, but they're really the magician in the reverse. Who show up as an emperor, but they're really the emperor in the reverse. Who show up as knights, but they're the knight in the reverse. Yeah, Pisces, you see through the fakeness. You're real, so you recognize real. And this is why there's a lot of obsession with you, because you are real. And being real is Pisces, being real is rare nowadays. Being authentic, it's rare. A lot of people are controlled by other people, whether it's their time, their energy, societal norms, who they are, okay? Certain beliefs that no longer connect or are honored, by certain laws. So it's just a lot. There's a lot happening in the world. And what I'm getting for you, Pisces, is you may be in the world, but you're not of this world. And that creates this energy of you're off limits, Pisces, like you're out of reach, like don't touch is what I'm getting here. And that creates this obsession. So Spirit wants you to understand that energy, Pisces, because a lot of you tend to notice how people get obsessed with you, whether men or women, it doesn't matter what age. You notice the fixation and you feel it. You're not just aware of it, you feel that as well. And Spirit is saying, hey, Pisces, this is why it's coming in. It's something to do with your energy. It's something to do with who you are. Holy Spirit, tell me more. What are your messages for Pisces? What are your messages for Pisces in regards to this reading? I just heard the way you make me feel, okay? Some of you Pisces, you have the ability to make people feel. High Priestess, yeah. If you're connected to the divine, if you're connected to source, people who are disconnected from self, as they feel your connection to self, Pisces, it's almost like that gets mirrored back to them. You can make people feel something. Yeah, people who are disconnected from their hearts, people who are disconnected from their reality. Your connection to the divine is almost like a reflection to them. So obsessed with you. We got sexy. We got level up. Yeah, Pisces, that's exactly what I was getting in the beginning. 2 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. You're in some kind of limbo. There's a little bit of in-between going on, and Spirit is saying you got to make a decision in order to level up, okay? Are you going to let the past pull you down, or are you going to let this pentacle pull you up, okay? Because that is the level up, all right? Is the past going to keep you in limbo, or is it going to keep you in the same place, or are you going to allow this future reality, the potential, the opportunities, the possibilities to take you up, okay? Because you are ready for your level up, Pisces, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, a lot of people may have attraction, interest, obsession, fixation, but that doesn't really do much for the common goal. It doesn't really do much for the mission or the purpose. Remaining quiet, okay? It's like you're choosing to be quiet instead of participate. You're choosing to be quiet instead of communicate. Level up, obsessed with you, sexy. Yeah. Pisces, I'm getting that you don't let it get to your head. You don't let it get to your head. It's almost like someone trying to butter you up or give you compliments or feed your ego, stroke your ego in a sense. It's like you don't really let it get to your head because you want to know what's behind that compliment. What's behind what you just said? Where is that even coming from? What are the intentions? What are the motives? Okay? So it's like you get a compliment and it's like you take it, you view it, you take it apart and you analyze it. Okay, it's not like you're just letting it come in and get to your head. No, you're taking it in and you're analyzing it because you want to understand, because you know too much and you know how people are, that there's a lot of manipulative people. Okay, Pisces, a lot of people may just lie or say things, Pisces, to try to form some kind of connection or to try and get something from you. Okay, again, because they view you as someone who's rare, someone who's different. Again, we have sexy and obsessed with you. A lot of you Pisces, physically and energetically, there's a lot of attraction, okay, that comes your way. Whether you're physically very good looking or whether you have a very magnetic energy or you have both. Whoever it is that you are, obsessed with you and sexy, this is how people view you. This is why people gravitate towards you. This is why they come and they may say all kinds of things. They may make all kinds of promises. Say whatever it is that they need to say, Pisces, to get in your good graces. It's not because of you, Pisces. It's because of your energy. It's almost like, what can Pisces do? What does Pisces have? What can Pisces do for me? It's just that energy. It's almost like seeing you and wanting to put you on a shelf in a sense. Yeah. Sexy, obsessed with you, level up. Your mind, Pisces, is all about growth. Your mind is all about moving forward. You're not going to entertain these energies. And this is why you stay at a higher level, okay? Because the high priestess in the reverse is someone who's not listening to their intuition, someone who's afraid of their own power, someone who's denying or avoiding themselves. In the upright, you're in your power, Pisces, you are. And there's a lot of people around you that may say all kinds of lies, that may make all kinds of promises just to stay in your energy, okay? But it's not coming from a good place. And it's like, you know that, you sense that. You feel it. Yeah, level up is here. Pisces, it's your turn. It's your time to get out of limbo. Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords. We're going a little bit over time here, Pisces, but I want to get a few more messages before moving this over to the extended. The link to the extended is down below for the ones of you that do resonate. You're wrapping things up. You're wrapping things up. You're taking the lessons, you're taking the goods, you're taking the things that serve you, and you're leaving the rest behind. Yeah. Nine of Wands. You're standing strong. If people call you stubborn, Pisces, it's just because it's not serving their needs. Just because it's not serving their agenda or their intentions, okay? You're determined. You're not stubborn, is what I heard. Yeah, Nine of Wands. You're holding your ground. Pisces, if you establish boundaries, I don't know for who this message is for, but it's coming in very specific. If you establish boundaries with some people and they got upset or they gave you some kind of pushback, is because these are the people that used to benefit from you not having any, okay? So the fact that you've established boundaries, the fact that you've voiced your concerns, you've made it known what it is that you want, you're standing strong on what you believe in, you're protecting what's yours. Again, it's rubbing people the wrong way. But that's not your problem. That's not on you. Yeah, I keep hearing stubborn, okay? It's like someone is calling you stubborn or someone is saying stubborn or hard-headed, okay? But the Nine of Wands is no, okay? The Nine of Wands has been through battle and war, and they've made it to the other side. They've made it out alive, okay? And if you have this energy, Pisces, that is very fierce, very intense, very direct, okay? It's coming from a place of determination. It's not coming from a place of stubbornness. Yeah, they may call you stubborn because they can't get you to move and sway how they want, okay? But it's not about them, it's about you. Temperance. I'm getting Pisces, it's taking you a long time to find this balance within, but it's like you finally got it. You finally got the balance, Pisces. Let me pull a few more message cards. Holy Spirit, what are your messages for Pisces in regards to this reading? What are your messages for Pisces in regards to this reading? Your energy is addicting. Pisces, I'm getting full body chills right now. How many cards do we have about your energy here? How many cards do we have about you? Your energy is addicting, obsessed with you, and sexy. Pisces, I'm getting there's people around you that can't help it. Okay, they can't help how they feel. They can't help how drawn they feel to you. High Priestess, but you're silent, but you're quiet. Some form of incognito mode, Pisces. Ninja moves, okay? The more silent you move, the more silent you stay. Some way, somehow, the silence is growing loud. Okay, it is something to do with your energy. The silence is getting louder, is what I just heard. Sexy, obsessed with you, your energy is addicting. Pisces, you're turning up the heat in the way that it's affecting other people, the way that other people are reacting towards you. All right, they're getting all kinds of ideas, Pisces. And again, it has to do with whether it's your physical appearance, whether your energy signature that is very magnetic. Something about your energy, Pisces, has people coming back. And it's almost Pisces intentional is what I'm getting here. I don't know for who this message is for, but it's almost like giving a child vitamins, but the vitamins taste good. Okay, it has some kind of sweetener. So people are being drawn to your energy, whether, again, they find you attractive, whether it's your magnetic energy, whatever it is, they're being drawn to you for the wrong reasons, okay? They may not even know why, okay? The Magician in the reverse. They may have some agendas or motivations or hidden intentions with you, Pisces, but some way, somehow, it's like giving that vitamin that has some kind of sweetener. It's like you're giving them medicine, Pisces, but it looks good, it tastes good, and all of a sudden, they just got served. They just had an ego death. They just had an awakening happen. So it's almost like spirit, Pisces. The way that you've cultivated your energy, it attracts a lot of people. And when they come into your presence, they realize that the candy is actually a vitamin. It's actually good for you. I don't know if it makes sense, Pisces, but a lot of people that are in a lower vibration or have a lower energy attached to them, they get attracted to your high energy. And instead of taking it, instead of stealing it, instead of getting their way with it, okay, it's almost, Pisces, like you're giving them a taste of medicine. Yeah, Pisces, I don't know how to explain this specific message. I can't even articulate it, okay? Yeah, Pisces, it's like kids thinking they're about to get candy, but truth is, it's actually a vitamin. It's actually good for them. So your energy is very healing to people, Pisces, and the fact that you're real is almost like a reminder. It's almost like a wake-up call. I just heard you can see me, okay? Yeah, Pisces, a lot of you, you're very quiet. You're very much in your own world. As you can see here, your eyes appear closed to the world, yet they're open. You sense everything. You see everything. You're aware. You can see it. You can see it through your physical eyes, through your third eye, and through your channel. Yeah, it's just two separate worlds, but some way, somehow, they're being reminded of their truth. They're being given a wake-up call through your energy, Pisces. So yeah, it attracts people in for the wrong reasons, but it sets them straight, is what I heard, Pisces. It sets them straight, yeah, because the Magician in the reverse is someone who has hidden intentions, hidden agendas, information that they use to manipulate, information that they may withhold from people. Okay, they know how to play the mind games, especially the Magician. Okay, this is someone who is very well versed in mind games and alchemizing energy. So not even a Magician is a match to you, Pisces. High Priestess in the upright. Yeah, people who are coming in with the wrong intentions are being set straight, and it's happening through your energy. We got a few more messages coming in, Pisces. I'm going to go ahead and move this over to the extended. In the extended, I want to know what this Ace of Wands is for you. What is the Ace of Wands for you? What is this Ace of Cups? You got two brand new beginnings coming in. We're going to look into the rest of the messages. I'm also going to pull hidden challenges, the things that you don't see coming, Pisces. And then we're going to go ahead and pull some of Spirit's advice, Pisces. The link to the extended reading is down below in the description. Blessings, Pisces. Take care.